Have you ever noticed how some women walk into a room, and without saying a word, the energy just shifts? People pause. Conversations subtly redirect toward them. Their presence alone commands respect. Now, here's the thing, it's not about how loud they speak, or how senior they are. It's about subtle power moves, the quiet habits, gestures, and tones that make people instantly treat them differently. Because in the modern workplace, respect isn't handed out with your job title. It's earned, silently, strategically, and gracefully. And in this video, we'll discuss exactly how elegant women command respect at work, without ever demanding it. By the end, you'll walk away with a new kind of power, one that feels calm, feminine, and unmistakably magnetic. How elegant women command respect, silently. Welcome to a La Mode where life meets style. If you're looking for a place to unwind, learn, and grow, hit that subscribe button and join our incredible community. 1. The entrance rule: own your arrival. Respect begins before you speak. When you walk into a room, a meeting, a client's office, or even the cafeteria, people form an opinion of you within the first few seconds. Elegant women use this moment as silent theater. They don't rush in. They pause briefly at the door, take in the space, adjust their posture, and move with measured grace. This micropause signals control, not hesitation. Imagine two women, one storms in, juggling files and a phone, apologizing for being late. The other enters calmly, places her things down, smiles gently, and takes her seat like she belongs there. Same qualifications. Completely different energy. Energy enters before you do. How do you usually enter a meeting room, rushed or ready? 2. The power of stillness. In a noisy world, stillness is power. Women who are respected don't fidget, over-explain, or fill every silence. They've mastered the art of strategic calm. During a heated meeting, while others interrupt or defend, they pause. That pause forces others to lean in. It says, I'm thinking, not reacting. Stillness doesn't mean silence. It's about holding emotional ground, maintaining your pace even when everyone else is speeding up. A senior executive once said, the calmest person in the room usually controls it. Try it. The next time someone challenges your idea, breathe before responding. Let the silence do half the work. Power is presence and composure. Could you stay calm in a high-pressure moment, or would you rush to defend? 3. Speak in measured tones. The tone of your voice can command respect faster than your title ever will. Respected women don't shout to be heard, they lower their voice slightly, articulate clearly, and let pauses punctuate their confidence. It's not monotone, it's controlled melody. When you speak too fast, you signal insecurity. When you speak with intention, you invite authority. Picture this. A manager says, "Can I just add something really quickly?" Now contrast it with, "I'd like to add a point that might change how we approach this." Same intent. Completely different impact. Practice slowing down your pace, it makes people value your words more. Have you noticed how confident people rarely rush their words? 4. Protecting your space without apology. Respect doesn't come from being liked. It comes from having boundaries. Respected women know when to say no, and they say it elegantly. You'll never hear them over-apologize, "I'm so sorry, but could we maybe?" Instead, they use graceful firmness, "I understand your urgency. Unfortunately, I won't be able to take that on this week, but I can support you next Monday." Boundaries spoken with calm confidence become self-respect in motion. They train others on how to treat you, without confrontation. Elegance is when you set boundaries with grace. A woman once told me she used to stay late every night because her boss always added just one last thing. When she finally said, "I'd be happy to pick this up tomorrow morning," her boss never repeated it. She wasn't rude. She was clear. Do you struggle with saying no, or does it come easily to you? 5. The art of listening like a leader. Everyone wants to be heard. Few people truly listen. The most respected women at work make others feel understood. They don't jump to respond, they lean in, maintain soft eye contact, and summarize before replying, "So what you're saying is." This simple habit instantly sets you apart. Because while everyone else is trying to impress, you're connecting. Listening isn't passive, it's a subtle power move. It makes others respect your composure and trust your judgment. When was the last time someone truly listened to you at work? 6. Understated dressing as a power language. Before you speak, your wardrobe has already introduced you. Elegant women use clothing as silent communication, not decoration. Their style is never loud, but never forgettable. Muted tones, fine tailoring, minimal jewelry, these signal refinement and attention to detail. They say, "I don't need to prove. I already am." There's a difference between dressing to impress and dressing with intention. The first seeks validation. The second conveys control. One woman shared how switching from trendy statement pieces to classic silhouettes changed how clients spoke to her, less casual, more professional. Would your wardrobe speak the same way you want to be treated? 7. Credit sharing with precision. True power never needs the spotlight, it knows when to share it. Respected women uplift others strategically. When you say, "Sarah did a great job with the presentation," it doesn't take away from you, it multiplies your influence. People start seeing you as fair, confident, and team-oriented, qualities every leader respects. But the secret is precision, not flattery. Share credit where it's due, not where it's convenient. Do you remember a time when someone gave you public credit? How did it feel? 8. The composure rule, never let them see you flustered. At work, tension moments are inevitable, missed deadlines, heated clients, critical feedback. But respected women maintain steady energy. They don't roll their eyes, snap back, or defend impulsively. They breathe. They observe. Then they respond thoughtfully. This emotional control makes people trust your leadership, not because you're perfect, but because you're anchored. A project manager once said she got promoted not for results, but for the way she handled chaos when her team didn't deliver. Her boss told her, everyone else panicked. You held the ground. When was the last time your calm changed how others reacted? Coming up, the most powerful move of all. It's not about what you do in front of others. It's about what you don't do when they try to test you. Keep watching, because this next point separates women who are merely admired from those who are truly respected. 9. The power of not reacting to subtle tests. Sometimes, the most powerful response is no reaction at all. Every woman in the workplace eventually faces microaggressions, the backhanded compliment, the unnecessary interruption, or the patronizing sweetheart. The instinct is to react, to correct, defend, or explain. But respected women choose timing over emotion. They don't respond in the moment. They let the silence make the other person uncomfortable. Later, they handle it privately, with calm authority. Someone interrupts you mid-sentence. Instead of saying, "Excuse me, I wasn't finished, try this." After they stop speaking, "I'd like to go back to the point I was making earlier." It's poised. Controlled. Unforgettable. How would you handle being interrupted mid-idea? 10. Strategic warmth, the feminine advantage. Respect doesn't mean coldness. The most respected women balance warmth with authority. They smile, not to please, but to put others at ease. They remember names, express genuine gratitude, and give compliments that feel sincere, not strategic. Because in professional settings, warmth is not weakness. It's emotional intelligence in action. The key is intentional warmth, never overdone, never manipulative. A senior consultant once said her secret to client trust was calm warmth. She'd start every meeting with one genuine compliment before diving into business, not as flattery, but connection. Who in your office balances warmth and authority perfectly? 11. The signature gesture. Want people to remember you? Create a signature gesture. Every respected woman has one. It might be how she signs her emails, how she greets people, or how she closes a meeting. It becomes part of her professional identity, her subtle brand. Think of it as your calling card. Something small but consistent that leaves a mark, whether it's the way you thank someone, or the way you summarize discussions clearly at the end of every call. Repetition builds recognition. Recognition builds respect. What's one subtle gesture people already associate with you? 12. The silent follow-up. Respect deepens in the follow-up. After every major meeting or project, send a concise, polished follow-up note. No fluff. Just clarity and gratitude. Thank you for the discussion today. I'll summarize the key action points below and keep you updated. This habit signals reliability and professionalism, two invisible traits that make people trust your competence without question. It's not just about tasks. It's about leaving no loose ends, ever. Do you send follow-ups, or just move to the next task? At its core, respect isn't earned through dominance. It's earned through discipline, grace, and presence. Every subtle power move we discussed today, from how you enter a room, to how you say no, is about sending one clear message: I respect myself enough to move with intention. Because when you treat yourself with quiet dignity, the world reflects it right back. Which of these subtle power moves stood out most to you? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to know which one you'll start using this week. Thank you for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe for more discussions.